Joel, we're back, and we're talking about the power of connecting. This could go a lot of different directions.
You take a plug, you plug it into the outlet, and you get connection.
Gotta slap you.
So yes, the power of connecting. Well, you got to look at it from two different sides. You know, we have a series called Blurry Lines.
We do.
And those are the types of people that you want that I would consider networking with people in a similar industry. Maybe a company that lays new carpet, new flooring. They're not going to clean the buildings, but they're going to be dealing with the same people because, hey, a new building's going up and new flooring is going in, or a client that's existing that wants new flooring or carpet put in. And they may ask a question because they look around and they see the building's not so clean. Oh, who's your janitorial contractor? Or, oh, you don't have one? Oh, you do it in-house? Would you like a professional introduction? Or, oh, you have somebody and you're not happy and you've been looking, but you can't find anybody good. Again, here's a referral. So working with people in those blurred line areas. It might be a construction company, a general contractor. It might be a company that only does windows. A company that maybe only refinishes floors or carpets, although you might be able to do it. They don't do the janitorial side, so they don't want anybody stealing their work. So you have a friendly, let's share clients.
You know, one of the other groups that we talked about was your head-to-head competitors, or what seemed like your head-to-head competitors.
Other janitorial companies.
Define that one for me.
Well, that's what you have to do, is you have to define what is their ideal client, because every contractor should know what their ideal client is. There might be a gigunda, is that even a word?
It is now.
A huge company in your town that only does buildings that are of 500,000 square feet and up. Mm-hmm. But because they're probably very active in the community, they're well known because they do these larger facilities, they're rubbing elbows with the rich and famous of your town. So everybody knows who they are. Then they get a call saying, hey, I'm Corner Store USA. You know what? I don't do those, but I know somebody that does. Building those relationships. And I have several types of relationships with individuals in my own town that maybe they just do retail establishments and they don't want to do anything else. They only want to work a shift, and they want to be done by 11 in the morning, and they don't want to do any afternoon or evening work or C shift work, or they don't want to do a 7-day-a-week account, or they can't do a certain size building.
Another one that you discussed, actually, Joel, was perhaps not doing the regular service on a very large facility, yes, but doing the construction cleanup on a very large facility.
I get a lot of referrals from one client because they will not do what in our industry would be called one-off jobs. Mm-hmm. Because just because you do a construction cleanup doesn't mean that that company will become your customer. I get referrals from a company in town that don't do one-offs. So I might go in and take care of a construction cleanup for them. And then when you're building the rapport with that client, which I just did this past week, you build that rapport, they see the kind of work that you do with you and your staff, and they like the end result. Well, now that's resulted in a reoccurring account because I've now been given that opportunity. I made the opportunity for my company to shine. That client saw us and saw the final result, and it exceeded their expectations. So they're like, why couldn't they do the regular work too? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is so important. So having relationships with bigger companies, smaller companies, mid-sized companies, companies that do collateral work that you might do but is not in your wheelhouse, or they do collateral work that's not in your wheelhouse at all, you don't do, that is a natural referral to give to them because your clients all have windows.
Looking at businesses that are in adjacent industries, let's hit a couple of those.
Pest control is a good one. Disaster restorations, and we did a Blurred Lines one with Valerie from Refined Restoration. So a fire, mold, flood restoration company, general contractor that might be doing remodel jobs for companies and or even additions or building a brand new design build building. HVAC.
Oh, that's a good one right there.
Yes, electrical contractors.
Your local business insurance agents.
That would also help. Because if they're writing your insurance, they're probably writing insurance for other businesses. And it doesn't mean that they're all cleaning companies. They might be manufacturers. They might be, a store if you're doing retail type stuff. But they all are writing for other people too. So when you get to know that person, you might be able to be referred because of the relationship that you've built with them.
Makes perfect sense to me, Joel. Thank you.
You're welcome.